It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Game 2 between ICC and Gulf Coast here at Andy Kirk Field in Fulton, Mississippi. If you missed Game 1, I'm not sure how you could have been tuning in for Game 2. It went 12 innings. ICC able to get the walk-off win and get the first conference win of the year. I'm Michael Upton here with Coach Andy Kirk in the ICC Alumni Foundation broadcast booth. Coach, what are you looking for here in Game 2?
You got to see who comes out with that fire here in this first inning. Usually a lot of games are won or lost in the first inning, especially after a back-and-forth affair right there, which you say back and forth, it was with zeros. No run scored. But, yeah, who can get on a run right here, get a run across first and try to get some momentum going in this second game because you're tired, you're trying to regroup, trying to mentally get focused. Who can get on the board first is going to be key.
For ICC, this is Lizzie Meeks in the circle. She's ahead of the first batter, Kenzie Cochran, the center fielder, by a count of 1 and 2. Coach, have you got some stats on Lizzie?
I do. I've got so many papers from 12 innings, I have to find them. Yeah, Lizzie comes in. She's got a 2.51 ERA. She's 6-1 on the season. This is her 8th appearance. Oh, that hurt.
Ooh, fouled it off of Goodman there. Umpire will give her a second to collect herself. Carry on there, Coach.
This is her 8th game to start. She's got 5 complete games, 1 shutout. She's thrown 39 innings on the season with 34 hits and only given up 10 walks with 47 strikeouts, which is outstanding. For Lizzie, that also, she's tied for 6th in the MACC and 12th in the country with 6 wins. She's 5th in the MACC and 16th in the country with those 47 strikeouts. She's 5th in the MACC and 8th overall in the country with 8.44 strikeouts per 7 innings, and she is a recent UNA commitment.
Absolutely.
After her ICC career is finished, and she's 13th in the state with her 2.51 ERA.
Powerful 1-2 punch ICC has with Montgomery and Meeks to go games 1 and 2. She's facing Kenzie Cochran, the center fielder, leading off for Gulf Coast. She went 2 for 6 in the first game with a pair of singles and 4 Renaissance Bank strikeouts. She watches ball 2 on the outside there, runs the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll give you the full lineups for both Gulf Coast and ICC in the middle of the first inning.
The other thing these teams got to get used to is a different umpire behind the plate. Now, that's who's tired, too, is that umpire was behind the plate for 12 innings a while ago.
The 2-2 pitch. Contact, rolls out to second. She picks up, tosses over easy to first. So the 4-3 put out of Cochran erases the first out of the game. Yeah, if you're that home plate umpire and there was a lot of strikeouts, that arm kept going up. I mean, and not just strikeouts, but balls too. I mean, a lot of hand motions throughout the day.
Most definitely.
This brings up Bailey Tullis. She is the left fielder for Gulf Coast, batting second in this game. Batted second in the Game 1 as well. She also had 6 plate appearances. She looks at ball 1 there. She went 1 for 5 with a single and a walk. Also had a pair of flyouts, a strikeout, and a sacrifice bunt. So Meeks delivers. That one lifts up and away for ball 2.
Yep, just want Lizzie to settle down right here and just go at the hitters just like Montgomery did for us in Game 1, which, you know, The other thing with being a starting pitcher for game 2 is she's been ready to go for a while too. Mentally trying to get focused. When's that game going in? When's that game going in? When can I get ready to really turn the on switch?
That one goes inside for ball 3. We had that conversation between games, Coach, talking about Tanner, the starting pitcher in this game for Gulf Coast. We saw her warming up about 2 hours ago in preparation of starting when we thought game 1 would end in a normal innings, but those second pitchers have been waiting a while. The 3-0 pitch. That one inside on the corner for strike 1.
And that's what you got to do. You just got to come back. You just got to keep fighting right there. Make them hit their way on base because we know we got a dangerous hitter on the on-deck circle in Mitchell.
So 3-1 count now to tell us. 1 out, nobody on here at the top of the first. Makes contact, chops that one toward Meeks. She picks up, throws over to Marler at first, and that is back-to-back ground outs. This one 1-3.
Good job fielding her position right there by Meeks. Not getting in a rush, getting to the ball, making a good, accurate throw to first base.
This brings up the shortstop, Brooklyn Mitchell. She was 0 for 3 in the first game, but did have a pair of walks. So she'll try to get a 2-out hit here for the Bulldogs. That one high on the outside for ball 1.
As we saw in that first game, no innings ever over. We thought both teams going to score several times there, and then it came with 2 outs in the bottom of the 12th, a 2-out rally, back-to-back hits that got it done.
Meeks delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one also away, but this one low, goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Thank you there, Coach Kirk. That was a 5:30 p.m. Guarantee Bank of Fulton first pitch for this game 2.
I thought Gore sent out game 2 started at 4. What happened there?
Remember Don Hammock's fault.
That's right.
He was tweeting like Lee Adams. Inside pitch, she turns on, runs it to the shortstop, fires over. ICC able to get the Bulldogs down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. We'll stay here with you and give you your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. Coach Kirk, let's first start with the visiting Gulf Coast Bulldogs.
All right, we saw the first 3 batters of the game for Gulf Coast coming in 0-1 in the conference after that first loss. Number 17 is Cochran, the center fielder. In the 2 holes, number 1, Tullis, the left fielder. In the 3-hole, 13, Mitchell, the shortstop. Players we have not seen so far. Cleanup hitter, number 2, Elizabeth Colson, playing right field. In the 5 spot, number 15, Piper Rushing, who caught the first game, but DP in game 2. In 6 hole, number 22, Kaylee Lawson, playing first base. 7 spot, number 21, Allie Williamson, the catcher. Number 8 hole is 18, Natalie Jones, the third baseman. In the 9 spot, number 6, Brooklyn Peterson at second base. And in the circle, we will see here in the bottom of the first to be number 5, Brianna Tanner for Gulf Coast.
That's your starting lineup for the visiting Gulf Coast Bulldogs. Now, how about ICC? Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineup. ICC and Coke, that's a winning combination, and Coach Carson Owens hopes he has that same winning combination here in Game 2.
Yeah, here in Game 2, ICC's got several of the same players. Leading off be number 8, Victoria Fields, a game-winning hit in Game 1, playing left field. 27 will be Skylar Partlow playing right field. Number 19, A.B. Marler at first base. And cleanup, number 18, Grayson Snell at shortstop. In the 5 spot, number 30, Ann Thomas Luke, the DP. In the 6 hole, number 21, Zoe Goodman catching. 7 spot, number 20, Ella Duhan at second base. 8 spot, number 17, Taylor Shands at third base. 9 spot, number 1, Lena Dawsey, the center fielder. And as we saw, Lizzie Meeks is in the circle for the Indians.
So this is Fields to lead off for ICC. She swings in the first pitch, rolls one out. Second baseman tries to get in there, and just ahead of a speedy Fields there for a ground out. 4-3 of Victoria Fields.
Nice job by Peterson there at second base, attacking that ball and flipping it. We saw Layla Barnes in Game 1 playing second base, and she played excellent second base. So second base has been a tough defense position for the Gulf Coast so far in 2 games.
Brings up Skylar Partlow, right fielder for ICC. The Indians are facing Brianna Tanner in the circle for Gulf Coast, and Coach Kirk will give us some stats on the visiting pitcher Tanner.
Yes, Tanner has a 2.14 ERA. She's 3-3 on the young season. This is her 9th appearance in her 6th game started. She's gone 32 innings pitched with 28 hits, 16 walks, and 13 strikeouts. So just like we saw with Smith, not a big strikeout numbers, but not a lot of hits given up either.
Partlow drills one between the first and second baseman into right field, and there's a one-out single for the Indians.
Great start right there. Partlow, you see a lot of slappers hit the opposite field. She took that one with her and hit it right between the first and second baseman.
That'll bring to the plate A.B. Marlar, the ICC first baseman, the power hitter. She had a single going 1 for 5 in the first game, looking to improve those numbers here. And now with a runner on first and only one out, trying to move her around. Looks one on the outside for ball 1. Brianna Tanner. Don't wonder if she's any relation to Danny Tanner.
Don't know who she could be. We have a Tanner, Alabama not close, too far away from here. Oh, that is a slow changeup right there. That is something the Indians are going to have to adjust to right there. Totally different pitcher. We do see saw a few slow changeups from Smith, but not a whole lot. She was so effective today, not walking anybody and giving up some hits, but not putting any freebies on. But, yeah, make the adjustment right here to a new pitcher.
The 1-1 pitch, go outside. Partlow takes off. She has a lot of speed, and she's in easy. The throw from, who's catching it? Williamson goes high, but Partlow with a great jump there, Coach.
Yeah, she had a great jump, and that would be Skylar's 4th stolen base on the season. New catcher, new pitcher, so she got a great jump there with a 3-man crew. You got to time it just perfectly and gets a runner in scoring position for AB.
2-1 pitch to Marlar. Makes contact. This one's
Get up.
deep.
Get up.
Deep to the wall. It is gone. And there's the power hitting that ICC was looking for in game 1. A.B. Marlar with a big 2-run home run for ICC to give them a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first.
Outstanding. I'm going to go back to game 1 when you talked about all those foul balls AB had that were over the right side over here, just fouling them off, fouling off. Well, that time she didn't foul it off. She was able to square it up and went oppo taco right there to right center field. Hey, that start we talked about, first inning, can be an emotional lift for the Indians to find a way to will their way to a game, sweep today. And Mike can, pull down Bulldogs a little bit right there to say, oh, we're behind already after runs were at a premium in the first game. So, hey, can they keep a rally going right here?
Absolutely. With only one out, this is going to bring Grayson Snell, the shortstop, to the plate. She looks at strike 1 over the middle. She was batting in the 6th spot in game 1. She moves up to the 4th spot here in game 2. Coach Owens making a few slight tweaks to his lineup between games 1 and 2. She looks at 1 away to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And some of those tweaks can be with a different pitcher who hits, doesn't look like Tanner's throwing quite as hard as Smith was in game 1. So making adjustments, you might have some that do better with a little bit less velocity, but better location type pitchers.
That one stays away for ball 2. You're right, Coach. You also had Lynch catching game 1, and she was batting in that 4th spot. She's not catching game 2 as Goodman is, so that does necessitate a change in your lineup there. So,
and we have seen Lynch, DP some in game 2, but Anna Thomas Luke, she was 2 for 4, 2 for 3 with 2 hits. And hits were hard to come by, especially early in the game against Smith.
Another one of those off-speed pitches there goes in for strike 2 on Snell. She finds herself 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, and nobody on here in the bottom of the first. ICC an early 2-0 lead here over Gulf Coast. 2-2 pitch from Tanner. Contact drilled to the second baseman. Chopper, she throws over to first, erases Snell 4-3.
I tell you, this is what I call weird time of the day too, where that sun is kind of high and it's beautiful over there looking over the waterway right now. It's behind those clouds and stuff, and you can see it coming through. But for the players, they don't have it. It's kind of in between. It ain't got dark yet where the lights are really helping you, but it's still not really, really light. It's kind of a little bit difficult to see here for a few more minutes.
So this is Luke, the DP. She watches in one on the outside corner. A little bit generous, but again, new home plate umpire. That may be where he's going to call them, so batters are going to have to adjust to that.
Most definitely.
As you said earlier, Luke, 2 for 4 in the game 1 with a pair of singles. That one through the dirt for ball one.
Tell you, that changeup's got some movement to it right there, too. You kind of saw it floating a little bit, but that movement, not just coming in there floating, but actually moving as well.
So 1-1 count to Luke. Makes contact, drills that one right up the center for a 2-out single, and Luke keeps her hot hitting day going.
That's all you can say is have a day, kid. Just, hey, don't all have to be home runs, extra base hits, but just finding barrels. Good job.
Yeah, she went out and got that one, just drilled it right up the middle over the second base bag. This will bring up the catcher in Game 2 for ICC, Zoe Goodman. Her first plate appearance of the day, as she did not play in Game 1.
Actually, she did. She went 1 for 1.
Thank you. You're right.
She
did.
pinch hit
She
in the.
She pinched hit for Dossie.
It's just because it happened
In the
10th inning. You're not
looks-
used to looking that far over in your notes, are you?
That's right. I got to remember to look at the pinch runners, the pinch hitters. We did have substitutions throughout Game 1 for both teams, so Goodman did make a big contribution there with that
What would
two-out
we do
single
up here
in the
without
10th?
Adam Gore as a producer? I mean,
We would be
keeping us
lost like a ball in high weeds.
there ain't no doubt.
That one low in the dirt for ball 2.
I don't even know if our four-legged friend could find that ball for us. Huh?
Absolutely.
One thing we always do up here, though, we have a good time.
Well, we hope so. We're having a good time and able to provide this for the family, friends, and fans of ICC softball tuning in. We welcome you. That one drifts high for ball 3. We also like to take a moment to welcome our visitors from Gulf Coast who have tuned in to watch this first conference matchup of the year. ICC able to take Game 1 on an exciting bottom of the 12th inning walk-off RBI by Victoria Fields. Now we're in Game 2. ICC up 2-0 early. You know, that 12-inning game and how late this one goes, that's a long drive back to Perk tonight for these Gulf Coast players, the longer these games go.
We talk about that a lot in football, too, us playing north and south and different teams and all that. Yeah, it is. It's a long bus ride. You like those long bus rides going home when you've swept or at least split on the road. It makes you feel a little bit better heading into the next one, and that's usually a goal for a lot of people. Sweep at home and split on the road will lead to a good conference record most of the time.
So Goodman steps back to plate, shows bunt, pulls back, and takes strike 1.
I know another people that listen to a lot of our games are a lot of our alumni players and parents, grandparents. We still have ones, Adam Gore can tell you, from many different states throughout the United States that catch up on broadcasts all the time. They'd rather watch this than watch anything else shown.
Contact there by Goodman out into center field. Center fielder drifts over, hauls that one in for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before ICC is able to capitalize on the moonshot 2-run homer by A.B. Marler to get ICC up early 2-0. We'll come back in just a moment with the top of the 2nd.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back to the field here at Andy Kirk Field. ICC up 2-0 in Game 2 over Gulf Coast. We move to the top of the 2nd. Gulf Coast bringing their 4, 5, 6 batters to the plate. This will be Elizabeth Colson, the right fielder.
Good job by Meeks going 3 up, 3 down there in the top of the 1st. That's what you want now. Your team is giving you 2 runs there in the bottom of the 1st. So what can you do in the top of the 2nd? Try to keep the momentum away from the Bulldogs.
Looks at ball 1 on the outside. Colson was 0 for 5 in the first game. She did reach on an error, but was left stranded at third base and never scored. She looks at a 1-0 pitch from Meeks. That one comes inside for ball 2.
Got something else for you, Michael? We got to give a shout-out for these outstanding nachos we just got from the BSU.
Absolutely. They're going on one of their big mission trips tomorrow during spring break that they always do, and we appreciate that they support ICC softball and baseball with the concession stands. So Meeks ready to deliver a 2-0 pitch. That one inside, but on the corner for strike 1. Also give a shout-out to our, I guess I'll say, good friend Jim Ingram. He's still tuned in and still supporting us, even though he still failed to have any pizza delivered up here to the ICC Alumni Foundation booth, broadcast booth.
We're going to have a serious talk with him.
There's one right down the middle for strike 2. Evens the count, 2-2 on the leadoff hitter, Colson. Well, he is listening and he is checking in on us, and that's a lot.
That man, I don't know how he gets so much done in 24-hour period.
He is a wizard. 2-2. That one on the outside. Colson holds off. Oh, a called strike on the outside corner there. First Renaissance Bank strikeout of the evening for Lizzie Meeks.
Great job by Meeks right there, just fighting back. Got back in the count and then got a good pitch right there and had her looking, guessing with 2 strikes.
This will bring up Piper Rushing. She caught game 1. She was 1 for 4 at the plate, a single, a fly out, and a pair of strikeouts. She's a designated player here in game 2.
I'm telling you, she caught a lot of pitches in game 1 too. Both those catchers did.
Swings out an inside pitch for strike 1 there. Absolutely. Both Rushing and Lynch caught a lot. Lynch, fantastic behind the plate for ICC. More than once when runners on base when she snagged in a ball that could have allowed them to advance or to score. So that defense backing up both of those first starting pitchers. Outside pitch for ball 1.
You're exactly right about those catchers, and they have to stay focused for so long. We talk about catching a lot of pitches. For anybody just now listening in, it wasn't because they're catching a lot of balls. It's because we played 12 innings. There's a lot of pitches in a 12-inning game.
So that's a pitcher and a catcher both basically playing 2 games in 1. The 1-1 pitch way inside there for ball 2. Rushing steps out. Readjust herself.
And we have not mentioned today, but you had a field trip yesterday. Had a special honor to go speak at Samford University in Birmingham to a class.
Did.
Outstanding.
2-1 pitch. Contact, cuts that up.
Tough play.
Goodman's going to pick it up, throw it down to first. Marler stretches. She run into possibly.
That was a bang play, and that ball ran back into the foul territory where the runner's running. That is, I'm still, and I think we talked about this last broadcast, bumfuzzled would be the word. 'Cause why we don't have an extra base in softball on this level? You know, college baseball's going to it.
Right.
The MLB's
Moving that way.
They're moving that way. They're doing it spring training right now. And this game is so fast. You see it on some levels. But, man, I tell you what, when that ball was hit, I didn't even think we had a chance to even have a play at first base. But kudos to Goodman back there jumping on that ball really quick. And just bang, bang, give it a hit.
Yes.
We think it hit? Yeah, I agree because it's just like I said, I'm shocked it was that close to begin with to have a chance to almost get her out. But good job by Goodman there. And, hey, you just got to find a way right here for Meeks to, hey, get through this right here. Keep putting up another 0 for them. Let your offense get back in there and swing the bats again.
Absolutely. So Coach Owens goes out, checks on Mahler. She's okay. She remains in the game. So a 1-out single for Rushing brings Kaylee Lawson to the plate. She's the first baseman for Gulf Coast.
And that'll be the first base hit for Gulf Coast
it will be
for this game.
The first pitch to Lawson. She swings at an inside pitch and turns it in. Montgomery pitched her inside throughout game 1 and kept her twisted up, so ICC clearly scouting her that way. She went 0 for 4, including a fielder's choice, but her other 3 plate appearances were strikeouts in the first game. And speaking of strikeouts, and we talked about those pitchers and those catchers, all the work they did in game 1, I'll share this stat in just a second. The 0-1 pitch. Swings, checks it back though. Evens the count 1-1. A total of 366 pitches thrown in that first game, Coach.
You know, I was in a math major for one time for about 3 semesters, and I don't know calculators go that high. That is amazing. Almost 400 pitches thrown in a 12-inning game. That is unreal.
The 1-1 pitch in there for a strike on the corner, 1-2. And in a conference game, no less. When you're facing really good offenses, really good batters, the number 12 team in the country, the number 20 team in the country, this isn't, JV out there where you're just mowing them down.
That's exactly right. Far from it. Best conference in America.
Contact here lifts it off deep into foul territory above and beyond the visitor dugout. Keeps the count 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Lawson.
I tell you, that is something that both of those pitchers can build on too. They can dig into that, especially when you get to postseason play or as the season goes around for the next 6 weeks and, it gets hotter out there, that they can build on that and carry them a long way this season.
1-2 pitch. Turns on that one to the second baseman. She's going to go short for 1 and gets the Little Caesars double play. 4-6-3 to erase the lead runner and the batter as well. ICC allows the 1-out single, but then gets out of the jam here, and we'll move after these messages to the bottom of the second.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is a real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum. I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again. With passion burning in my veins.
Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the bottom of the second. ICC up 2-0 early over the visiting Gulf Coast Bulldogs here in Game 2 of the conference opener. ICC able to grab the walk-off win, 1-0 in the bottom of the 12th. And then A.B. Marler hits a big moonshot home run, bottom of the first to give ICC an early lead. ICC will bring its 7, 8, 9 batters to the plate here in the bottom of the second. This is Ella Duhan, the second baseman. She watches one on the outside for ball 1.
Yeah, you got 7, 8, and 9 here for the Indians, but we've hit some balls hard. Got 2 runs, hit some balls hard there in the bottom of the first, and I know our hitters have been communicating with the ones that have not batted yet. So let's see if we can get some more momentum here and just keep adding more base runners. We didn't see a whole lot of them, especially early in the game, in Game 1.
The inside pitch up and high, ball 2. Duhan looking for her first hit of the afternoon. She went 0 for 4 in Game 1, but was hit by a pitch, later erased on a fielder's choice. Now a slight conversation between the infield and the pitcher. Looks like she's adjusting her wristband there. Duhan stays out of the batter's box, waiting. Steps back in. So now a 2-0 count to Duhan. Waits on that one, lifts it out into left field. Left fielder calls that one easy, brings it in for the first out of the second inning for ICC.
You know, old habits are hard to break. Even though I don't coach anymore, don't practice with these kids, when that ball's hitting the air, I just start writing down F7. I don't even watch the catch. It's recording it and watch. I guess I need broadcasting. I need to be better at that, but I just have so much confidence in these kids at this level. They're going to catch those balls, pop-ups and fly balls. I just start writing them down.
So 1 out brings Taylor Shands, your ICC Indian third baseman, to the plate.
One thing is we've seen ICC play a lot this year. First time seeing Gulf Coast play, but we saw them for 12 innings already. Now 13 innings. This is our 14th inning, so I've seen them catch a lot of balls. So I've got a lot of faith in them, like you said.
That one, this home plate umpire in game 2 being very generous on that outside lower corner there to Tanner. She's able to end the count 1-1. He's ready. He's afraid Chick-fil-A is going to close before we get out of here. Shands reaches out for one on the outside and just dribbles it right back to Tanner. She gloves it, throws to first to erase Shands 1-3.
Good job by the pitcher right there, Tanner, of fielding her position. And, yes, we do have a Chick-fil-A on campus here at ICC.
This brings Alana Dawsey, your center fielder, to the plate. She reached on a single, stole second, and was driven home for the winning run in the bottom of the 12th for game 1. She attacks that first pitch, hits it high, shortstop goes up, gets a piece of it but can't bring it in, so that's a 2-out single for Dawsey.
Great job. I'm telling you, she is that second leadoff hitter, has been it for the Indians. She started in the leadoff spot earlier in the year, but that freshman has really settled down that 9-hole. And as we talked about with Fields, she's just not your typical leadoff hitter of hitting singles. She's kind of like the Alex Brown back in the day. She'll hit a double in a heartbeat or triple.
We saw this situation at the end of game 1. Dawsey on first, Fields at the plate. Let's see what happens here.
Gone.
Dawsey goes again, way ahead of that one. Not even a chance to get her there. So another stolen base for Dawsey.
Great job. Great jump right there. 3-man crew. And, I mean, she didn't even wait around. She went on the first pitch, and that's what you want to see. Now she's in scoring position. Hey, like you just called it. Are you calling it? Calling your shot, Mr.
Well,
Upton?
yeah, we're going to call a repeat here. See if Fields can't get another extra base hit and drive Dawsey in just like the game winner. That one pitched way on the outside. Dawsey with a huge lead, but gets back with no trouble.
And that'll be Dawsey's 10th stolen base on the season.
If she leaves the Indians in that category, am I right?
She does. She came into today 15th in the conference. She's going to move up in the conference standings.
That pitch contacted and lifted high. Center fielder ranges back. Hauls it in for the 3rd out. ICC gets a 2-out single but can't do anything with it. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 3rd.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guarantee Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Pullen, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
We move to the top of the 3rd here in game 2 between ICC and the visitors from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. ICC with a 2-0 lead in this second game, courtesy of a home run by A.B. Marler in the bottom of the 1st. Lizzie Meeks remains in the circle for ICC. She's already got 1 Renaissance Bank strikeout so far in the game. She'll be facing the 7, 8, 9 batters for Gulf Coast, starting with Allie Williamson, the catcher here in game 2. Meeks delivers. That one stays up and away for ball 1.
As I'm sure most of our listening audience out there knows, this game was originally scheduled for tomorrow. Chances of rain in the area, so to be safe, all the travels, not like we're not 30 minutes away from each other, moved up to today because we got some action going on tomorrow here on campus as well.
Chops that one down. Marler knocks it down, but it bounces off her glove over to Duhan, is helping to cover, but they can't get back in time. So that's going to be a leadoff single there for Williamson here in the top of the 3rd.
Good job by Marler, just getting a glove on it, knocking down, and he just went right out of her glove there. Hard hit ball by Williamson.
That was her first plate appearance of the day, I believe. Nope, I take that back. She pinch hit in game 1 and struck out. So her 1 for 2 on the afternoon. This is Jones, the third baseman, batting with one on. Takes one inside for ball one.
But since tomorrow, back to my story, is a rainy day, not a lot of things you can do outside, why don't you just come on over here at ICC to the Davis Event Center and watch some Region 23 quarterfinals with our Lady Indians taking on Colin at 2 p.m. And then following that will be ICC against Southern Shreveport men at 4 p.m.
Free admission, Coach Kurt.
Oh, that's in my budget. All day, every day, Mr. Upton.
All right,
Oh,
that one inside for strike one to Jones. Free admission, great basketball, high-level competition, the quarterfinal round of the Region 23 championship. It's going to be a good day. And the best part of all, Jim Ingram will be in the building.
Oh, he's worth coming to get an autograph from.
Chops that one foul. Count goes 1 and 2. He is worth the price of admission to be in his presence.
I'm just glad he carries Mr. Gore in the broadcast booth there in football and basketball.
Absolutely. As Gore often says about his ability to work with Jim, it's #blessed.
Blessed, no doubt. As we all are.
Meeks sets to deliver, 1-2 count against Jones. She tips, fouls that one back. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. That sun almost completely down across the Tenton Waterway in the right corner of your screen there. Lights are on here at Andy Kirk Field. In this opening conference battle between the visiting Bulldogs from Gulf Coast and your hometown ICC Indians. 1-2 pitch. Chop fouls that one back.
I think she chopped that one just to protect herself. That ball was coming up and in pretty fast there, and she'd already started to swing and just said, get off me, ball, and fight to another pitch. So good job by her.
Self-preservation's a key part of it.
No doubt. Still chasing that first out here for the Indians with Williamson down at first base.
So the count remains 1 and 2 to Jones. Makes contacts, lifts this one out in right field. Partlow's going to try to run it down. It gets to the wall. Both runners are speedy, and they're going. They're going to send the runner to home, and she's going to get in easy. So that's going to be an RBI double for Natalie Jones.
Just went with the pitch. That's back-to-back hits to the right field. They're staying on the ball, and Indians had a pretty good relay there, just too late. And Williamson, she was scooting around those bases. Now he's still no outs. Runner in scoring position. Gulf Coast 1 hit away from tying this game.
Absolutely. That'll bring Brooklyn Peterson to the plate. She's playing second base in this game. I don't believe she had a plate appearance in game 1. She takes the first pitch inside for a ball.
And that's 3 early hits there for Gulf Coast. They went a long time in game 1 before they got their hit with the performance that Montgomery did. But then late in the game, they had a lot of scoring opportunities and just not able to break through. But, yes, leadoff is on deck.
So no outs, runner at second, one run already in. She makes contact, flies this out to right field. It's going to drop in front of Partlow. Runner has to wait at second to be safe, but she does get to third. So another hit, Coach, and now it's first and third with no outs.
Yeah, another opposite field hit as well. As we said, they staying on the ball, and that's just a clean hit right over second baseman, and good base running there at second base with Jones of not, getting doubled off right there. That would have been the worst thing. But now you got first and third. You can see the Indians calling a defensive play, and you're back to the top lineup. So got something cooking for the Bulldogs for sure.
Absolutely. Goodman goes out, gives the defensive signals to the infield. You see them all playing in with the first and third situation. This, as you said, goes to the top of the lineup. It's Cochran. She grounded out to second to lead off this second game.
There's a runner.
Runner goes to second. The ICC's not going to throw down and let the runner at third hurt him. So that's going to be a stolen base there for Peterson. She'll advance.
We saw in game 1 the Bulldogs kind of really struggled with the bottom of their lineup, not doing a whole lot. And this is 3 hits in a row from 7, 8, 9 to get it back to the top. So whole different game here.
Drop bunts there. Rolls. Going to go to first. Got her. Going to go home. Not going to be in time. So the sack bunt there, effective for Gulf Coast, as Cochran drives in Jones from third base and has tied up the game with that RBI sac bunt. That sac bunt brought to you by our friends at the ICC BSU, who've also brought Coach Kirk his delicious nachos up here.
Most definitely. Still got a runner in scoring position at third base with only one out. That's the go-ahead run for the Bulldogs down at third base.
Tie ball game, 2-2 here now in the top of the third. Runner on third. There, with one out. Shows bunt, takes a strike on the inside.
Bulldogs showing some small ball, as you say. Putting the pressure on the Indians there with a couple of, soft ground ball, then some hits to right field, and then they do a little safety squeeze right there to get the runner in from third, and now they're trying to one-out hit.
0-1 pitch. Acts like she wants to show bunt, and the corners crash in, but the pitch stays away for ball one.
Yeah, Peterson down at third base. She's kind of doing the same thing. If they do bunt, she's going to wait and see if the throw goes to first and then see if she can beat the throw back from either second base or first base, and whoever covers first to home plate.
Now a 1-1 pitch. Last minute shows bunt, chops it foul behind her. So now the count on Tullis, 1-2.
A lot of times we'd say she almost was trying to bunt for a hit. It's almost like a drag bunt that time. Surprise bunt.
Absolutely. She showed it at the very last minute. Just wasn't able to square it out front as much as she would have liked to have, and it chopped foul behind her.
2 strikes now for Meeks. Strikeout would be huge right here to get the second out.
The 1-2 pitch. Does get that outside corner, catches Tullis looking, and Meeks gets her second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the afternoon. Or evening. We're into evening now, Coach. It's starting to get dark out there.
Yep, lights are on. It is getting dark. Hard to believe. But, yes, that was a huge strikeout from Meeks. And now do have a dangerous hitter here in Mitchell with a runner at third base. Goodman's got to be a wall behind the plate for the Indians, and see how we attack Mitchell here.
Mitchell looks at the pitch in a very similar corner as what struck out Tullis. She goes 0-1. She grounded out her first plate appearance of this game, too, to the shortstop and ended the first inning. So now an 0-1 pitch from Meeks to Mitchell. She shows bunt late, much like Tullis tried in the previous at-bat. Fouls that one back on the right side. So now 0-2 with 2 outs and a runner on third. Gulf Coast has tied this one up here in the top of the third inning, threatening to push a go-ahead run in from third base, 90 feet away. Mitchell looking for a little 2-out magic to keep this inning going. That one in a very similar spot to what this home plate umpire is called, but I think it was a little high there. Going to go 1 ball and 2 strikes to the shortstop.
Great pitcher's pitch right there, too. That was a tough one to take, and you hope she can make even a better pitch this time and see if we can get Mitchell swinging at it, but Mitchell laid off of that one.
The 1-2 makes contact, fouls it into the net. Count remains the same.
Seeing the bunts there to get the run in, that second run, everything brought back some memories of times that Indians here have not had very good offense in the past, and sometimes we just went to the bunt game and put pressure on them. Sometimes pitcher just dominating you, and you just start putting balls in the dirt, put pressure on the defense to make plays. Sometimes it can go your way.
The 1-2 pitch. Outside corner gets her looking as well. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts ends the threat from Gulf Coast in the top of the third, but not before they score 2 and tie it up. We'll take a break and come back after this.
But I just don't know which way to turn. I'm about to dance in my brain.
ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. letsgoicc.com, and letsgoicctv.com. Your front row seat for all things ICC.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Number 27, Skylar Hartlow.
Welcome back to the field, ladies and gentlemen. Gulf Coast Bulldogs able to tie the game up there in the top of the third. They push across 2 runs to match ICC's 2 from the bottom of the first. So now ICC batting. This is going to be the 2-3-4 batters, Partlow, Marlar, and Snell. This is where ICC did some damage early. Let's see if they can do it again. Partlow got a 1-out single, later stole second base and was driven in by Marlar's home run. She shoots one straight off the end of her bat into the waiting third baseman. Coach Jones has just been everywhere on that third base corner, both in game 1 and 2.
She's played outstanding over there, no doubt. She's handled the hot corner as well as anybody I've seen in a while. You know, after giving up 2 there in the top of the third, and it's a long inning out there on defense, you kind of would like your leadoff hitter to work the count a little bit there, just to let your pitcher catch your breath, you know, and their pitcher sit there for a little while too, but got to get that momentum back in the first base dugout for the Indians right there. Good job by the Bulldogs getting 2 runs in the top of the third.
This brings A.B. Marlar to the plate. She got the 2-run homer in the bottom of the first to get the scoring started. She takes strike 1 on the first pitch. Contact there, lifts this one high.
Get up.
Out to
Get
right.
Up.
Will it get out? Will it get over? Ladies and gentlemen, it does. 2 plate appearances, 2 home runs for A.B. Marlar, and ICC goes back ahead by a score of 3-2.
And that will be her 9th and 10th home runs of the season for Marlar. She's just moving on up that list of home run hitters for her career, and, you know, chasing some single season numbers, and that's the only 2 we've hit today, correct? That gets us at 35. That will match last year's 35 home runs hit, which is tied for second in program history. So kudos to this team, and a lot of games left to play. They're 8 behind the 2014 team with 43.
So that 35 last year was the entire season. They've already hit it here on the first day of conference play. This brings Grayson Snell to the plate, shortstop for ICC, with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. She looks at the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
Another amazing thing about that with our offense is we're missing one of our big keys with Maddie Porter. Had a terrific freshman year, was off to a even better power hitting season before she broke her hand. She had 5 doubles, 6 home runs.
And a lot of stolen. I believe she already had 8 or 9 stolen bases as well, Coach. So she was
right.
Really a leader on this team, playing great defense at shortstop. But what's been nice is to see the others who have stepped up in her absence.
That's
you
right.
got the Victoria Fields, the Grayson Snells, people stepping up and really pacing this team in her absence and keeping the offense rolling.
I know Coach Owens and them are anxious to get her back too, sooner than later in the lineup. But yes, great job seeing these other ones step up, and hey, got one there. Let's see if we can get another base runner and just keep getting some base runners, some more hits and stuff. Ball's flying right now to right field too. You can see that flag's cutting across the field there.
Snell looks at ball 3 in the dirt there. Previous pitch, she took a strike on a pretty changeup by Tanner. Tanner starting this game 2 for Gulf Coast, matched up against ICC's Lizzie Meeks. 3-1 pitch to Snell. Once again, that movement there freezes a batter, goes to a full count. So 1 out, nobody on for Snell with a full count here in the bottom of the third. ICC has regained the lead on a solo home run from A.B. Marlar. That comes after her 2-run home run earlier. Contact there by Snell. It's going to cut foul deep on land on top of the visitor dugout and roll off the back.
Good job by Grayson Snell of battling right here. It's hard following a hitter after she hits 2 home runs, and you're basically leading off again, coming up to the plate. But, you know, she's having a quality at bat right here, seeing a lot of pitches and fouling them off and getting a good look at Tanner.
She'll face a full count, another full count pitch. Makes contact right to the third baseman again. Jones just all over everything. Another 5-3 put out. I may have to go back to my stats on game one. How many 5-3 putouts did we have today?
I'm telling you, there's a bunch. In 12 innings, you have a bunch of everything, it seems like. But, man, she is playing that hot corner as well as you can. That ball was hit hard.
Up comes Ann Thomas Luke, the designated player for ICC. She's had a hot bat today. 2 singles in the first game and already a single here in the second. Looking to keep her hot bat going with 2 outs. She swings the first pitch. She's going to drive it out to right field, but into the glove of a moving Colson out there, and that will end the inning for ICC, but not before they retake the lead on the solo shot from Marlar. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 4th.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things. Bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza. ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. Let'sGoICC.com and Let'sGoICCTV.com, your front row seat for all things ICC.
Welcome back to action, folks. We move to the top of the 4th. ICC once again has regained the lead, up 3-2 now over the visiting Gulf Coast Bulldogs. Lizzie Meeks in the circle still for ICC. She's got a pair of Renaissance Bank strikeouts. She'll be facing the 4, 5, 6 batters, Colson, Rushing, and Lawson. Delivers an inside pitch to Colson for ball 1.
Meat of the order, 4, 5, 6. You know what that makes me think of? Sam's Town Market.
Meat of the order,
man.
absolutely.
Man.
Some sausage, some New York strip steaks.
Get Mr. Scott, he'll do the butterfly Dana's fillets. Man.
Another inside pitch there. Count goes 2-0 on Colson. She struck out looking to lead off the second inning.
And saying Sam's Town Market, I know somebody's fired up about tomorrow. Sam Ferris he'll be on the PA in the Davis Event Center for those quarterfinal regional games.
2-0 pitch. That one into the corner for strike 1. Yeah, we all love Sam, and we're proud of what all he's getting to do. He's had some opportunities here lately to do some PA at all over kind of different places.
Go ahead and say it. You know, whether your school.
He does a great job at his craft. That one away for ball 3. Count runs 3-1 on Colson. He's had an opportunity to do some PA work for men's basketball and women's basketball for Ole Miss, and here recently several Ole Miss softball games as well.
Yes, he has, and he's just going to slow down, though, because he's not leaving ICC. We've already told him that.
So the 3-1 pitch. Makes contact, rolls it right to Duhan at second. She easily throws to Marlar at first for the 4-3 put away of Colson.
And that's exactly what you want right here with the Indians. They, had a runner at third, 1 out, back-to-back strikeouts, and then you get the first batter leading off the next inning. That's what you want to see out of the Indians defensively.
Brings up Piper Rushing. She singled in the second, was erased on the Little Caesars double play. She'll look to try to get on base again. Takes one on the outside corner for strike 1.
Right now, Gulf Coast has 4 hits, and all 4 hits have come from this part of the lineup all the way to the bottom. 5 through 9 hitters have all 4 of their hits, so there is no let up in this lineup. So Meeks has got to stay focused and keep pounding that strike zone and defense ready to play.
No, all the coaches we face in this conference know how to build their lineups. Inside and low for ball 1 there.
And that goes back to the high school coaches and the travel ball coaches of, the talent that has gotten so much better in Mississippi, and then hitting on these out-of-state players and stuff. So it's this league, you got 14 doubleheaders, and you better bring it every day because you can be humbled really quick in this league.
Absolutely. 1-1 pitch to Rushing. She swings and misses on a nice pitch there by Meeks. Count goes 1-2. Rushing the DP in this game. Caught the first game. As we mentioned earlier, a total of 366 pitches thrown by the two pitchers in that 12-inning game. One outside pitch. Ball two evens the count 2-2. So not only is that a lot of pitches being thrown, Coach, that's a lot of pitches being caught. That's a lot of runners being held. That's a lot of blocks up at the plate. A lot of work for these young ladies that stand behind the plate.
Most definitely.
2-2 pitch. Makes contact. He's going to roll up to Snell at short, show glove, and throw over. And there's a 6-3 put out of Rushing.
Nice play by Snell, attacking that ball right there. We saw her, have one roll up her arm in game one, but that's that thing coaches can handle. Aggressively attacking the ball. Sometimes you get a bad hop and they just, you boot it, whatever happens, but you want them doing it aggressively, and that's what you saw.
Absolutely. The speed of a lot of these players that we're going to see throughout conference play, you can't sit back and wait on one. Otherwise, they're going to beat you at it first. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up Lawson. She hit into that 4-6-3 Little Caesars double play to end the second inning. Now she comes up with nobody on and 2 outs in the top of the fourth. She takes first pitch for strike one.
Want Meeks to go get her right here and get this 3 up, 3 down, and get back in there and just swing the bats again.
The 0-1 pitch. She makes contact, flies it up. Duhan comes in and puts it away. And just like you said, Coach, a 1-2-3 inning from Meeks and the Indians in the field. We'll take a break and come back with ICC half the fourth after this.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guarantee Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the bottom half of the fourth inning. ICC has a 3-2 lead here over the visiting Gulf Coast Bulldogs. In Game 2 of this conference opening series here in Fulton, ICC taking the first game in a dramatic walk-off in the bottom of the 12th inning. They are up 3-2, all based on the power of A.B. Marlar. She had a 2-run homer in the first and a solo shot in the third. ICC is going to bring Zoe Goodman, Ella Duhan, and Taylor Shands to the plate this inning. Goodman flew out to center field in her first plate appearance that ended the first inning. I'm here in the ICC Alumni Foundation booth with Coach Andy Kirk as we see Goodman take strike one.
Sorry, I was getting me a good old swig of Coca-Cola.
And we do thank our good friend Cal Brown, who provided us some Coca-Colas here in between Game 1 and Game 2, as we talked a little bit this afternoon, and those throats do appreciate that ice-cold Coke. There's one low and away, for ball one.
Zoe Goodman's had 2 good at-bats today. She got a hit in the first game, and last at-bat she hit the ball hard to center field. So seeing the ball well, and that's what you want throughout your lineup. 6-hole hitter. Let's see if we can find a way to get back around to the leadoff in this inning maybe.
She looks at the 1-1 pitch. That one's up for ball 2. Now a 2-1 count from Tanner to Zoe Goodman.
This is also the second time through for this 6, 7, 8 hitters too of seeing Tanner. So see if we made some adjustments, because our bottom only got the 1 hit with Dawsey, the first time through. So see what we can get out of this bottom of the lineup for the Indians.
That one up and away. Runs the count to 3-1. Now Goodman in an opportunity to find a pitch she can do something with here.
which 3-2 game, we feel like we've had offensive explosions already in this game too compared to game one. But, hey, both these pitchers are throwing well right here through the top of the fourth inning.
Absolutely. The 3-1 pitch makes contact. This one's going to go out to left center. Left fielder is going to get there. Center fielder almost runs in, crossing over. But that's going to be a fly out to left for the first out of the fourth inning.
Boy, that was some communication between Tullis, the left fielder, and Cochran, the center fielder. I kind of cringed. I thought we were going to have a collision right there, but center fielder normally has priority over everything, but she heard Tullis must have been calling it really loud because she peeled off right there at the end.
Brings up Duhan, your second baseman. She also flew out there to left in her first plate appearance. So she sees one float up over the outside corner for ball one.
Duhan's been one of those all season long, just found different ways to get on base, and Coach Owens, Coach Munson's looking for her to do the same thing right here. Just find a way to get on base for the Indians.
One inside for strike one. Evens the count, 1-1. Duhan hit by a pitch in game one, leads this ICC team in that category. And ICC leads all MAC schools with that category as well. That one on the outside corner for strike two, and now Duhan's going to have to find something to protect the plate here with one out and a 1-2 count. The pitch makes contact, chops it to the shortstop. She gloves, throws over to first, and erases her 6-3.
Tell you what, Gulf Coast has been really sharp on defense today. They have been very impressive on the infield and the outfield. Just so smooth making plays defensively. And that's what we saw. Both these pitchers don't have a whole lot of strikeouts, but now we see one of their records the way it is because they make the plays behind them.
Absolutely. Great defense behind them, and they both fielded their position well. Shands, the third baseman, comes to the plate. She grounded out to Tanner back in the second inning. She looks at one away for ball one.
Still got both teams into it. One-run game. Both of them, they're all talking. Still got a good crowd out here. It's beautiful weather heading into spring break.
A little rainy weather coming tomorrow, as you mentioned earlier. She turns on one inside pitch. Man, that is high. That is deep to the left. Goes over the fence, but it is in foul territory.
She's trying to hit the Gulf Coast bus out there. It looked like it was headed right towards it, but yeah, just slightly went foul right there. We know Shan, she has big girl power. She can hit it.
We saw her put a couple foul balls into the actual parking lot a couple weeks ago when we were on the broadcast together, Coach, so we know what she can do. Now a 1-2 pitch here with a 1-1 pitch with two outs. Makes contact, fouls this one on the right side. Just over the head of her dad up here on the Jim Ingram party deck. So he might mention that later, like, hey, don't be hitting me, hit it straight.
I'm telling you, she pulled one foul, a hard screwball inside. Next pitch is a floating changeup. That's just doing some pitching right there. She's like, you're not going to get me again with that hard pull foul.
So 1-2 pitch now. That one up and away, evens the count, 2-2 to Shands.
Tanner's a freshman from East Central High School, Hurley, Mississippi.
Hurley. I know some good folks from down that neck of the woods. So a 2-2 pitch. Out, way outside there. It runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. Bottom of the fourth. ICC up 3-2 over Gulf Coast with Taylor Shands at the plate trying to keep this bottom half of the fourth inning alive for the Indians. Coach Owens gives a little advice there. She steps back in the box. The full count pitch. Waits on that one, lifts that one super high, but way too high, unfortunately. It's going to stay in. Left fielder will grab that one, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for ICC. We'll take a break and come back with the 5th inning.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
We return to action here at Andy Kirk Field. ICC up 3-2 over the visiting Gulf Coast Bulldogs in this ranked matchup. Starting off the MAC conference season, ICC has Lizzie Meeks in the circle still. She'll face the 7-8-9 batters for Gulf Coast. This is Allie Williamson catching in game 2 here. She looks at ball 1 on the outside. She had a leadoff single to start the 3rd inning and scored a run when she was driven in later on.
Yeah, her teammates liked that single because they got 3 hits in a row. 2 more right behind her, and then a little squeeze bunt that got their 2nd run in. So Meeks got to be sharp right here, starting off the 5th inning.
Able to catch the outside corner there to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Williamson. You're right, Coach. When you can fire off that 3rd inning, you come back in the 5th like I can do that again and get my team rolling. Help us tie this back up, maybe take a lead. Meek's going to look to go the opposite direction from the last time she faced this lower half of the order. Catches the outside corner once again. Gets ahead of the batter, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Do want to give out a shout out to the Tishomingo County girls basketball team winning another 4A state championship back-to-back for our neighbors up in Tishomingo County.
Congratulations to them. 1-2 pitch from Meeks. That one way outside, evens the count, 2-2. Both dugouts stay in high energy here. Long day at the ballpark after that 12-inning game 1. But no one's quitting yet. 2-2 pitch here. Contact, fouls it back on the left side. Keeps the count 2-2.
One thing people don't realize with baseball, softball, and of course our basketball teams are always playing, but they don't get any break during spring break like everybody else does. Our softball team will be back in action on Tuesday, weather permitting. Now we're outdoor sport, but Tuesday we host Mississippi Delta for a 2 o'clock doubleheader here in Fulton.
There's an off-speed pitch that doesn't catch it.
So they'll be – this game was moved up today, so they'll coaches will probably give them a couple days off, and then they'll be right back practicing, getting ready for Tuesday's games.
3-2 pitch now to the leadoff batter, Williamson, here in the top of the 5th. Meeks sets it to deliver. Contact down third base. Shands gloves that one, fires across to Marler, and a nice stretch and throw there from Shands.
Tell you what, that is 6 in a row since a little squeeze bunt that tied the game that Meeks has sit down.
As we said, these defenses, for the most part, have been very clean today, and they've really helped their pitchers. So this brings up Natalie Jones. She had an RBI double back in the 2nd as she drove in Williamson. She takes a pitch, inside for strike 1.
Some score updates throughout the state softball. It'll be an open day. Most everybody moving their games up to today, just trying to beat the weather. It looks like it's going to be throughout the whole South. It's going to get wet tomorrow or later tonight.
0-1 pitch. That one's going to be high and bounce off of Goodman's glove. Nobody on base, so no damage done. Count goes 1-1.
Then we'll go game 1. Some of these probably didn't play 2 games by the time we're still playing right here.
Some of the visitors are probably already home.
It could be. Jones with a 9-1 win over Northwest at Northwest. Mexico Lynn with a 15-2 5-inning win at Kahoma.
The 1-1 pitch to Jones. She shows bunt. Inside pitch remains for a ball.
Holmes at home with a 4-1 win over Hines. Meridian at Northeast with an 8-4 win. Northwest comes back and beats Jones 2-1 in game 2.
It's a big split for them over Jones. Highly ranked team here early in the year.
At home especially. And then bottom of the 5th, Meridian's up 8-5 at Northeast.
Northeast offense been hot early.
Hines comes back and splits at home 6-5 in 9 innings. They don't have anything on us. We went 12.
No, they thought they went long at 9. So a 3-1 pitch here to Jones. Catches the inside corner, delayed call, but does call it for strike 2. So now with 1 out, full count here to Jones, the third baseman. She got a big double that scored a run. Her last at bat, showing some patience here, try to work some pitches on Meeks. The 3-2 pitch. Inside, but away for ball 4. So Jones reaches again the second time this game with the first walk issued by Meeks.
That's the first walk of the game for either pitcher. They've both been sharp. And, yeah, 3 strikeouts, no walks up until that point for Meeks.
As you said, Meeks needed to try to get through this part of the lineup without any trouble. Was able to race Williamson with the ground ball, but has allowed Jones to get on base. And here comes Peterson. She had a single and stole a base.
Runner's gone.
She shows bunt. Throw down is off the mark, but snagged in there by Duhan. So stolen base from Jones puts another runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs.
Jones not only doing it on the defensive side at third base, but right there offensively, been on base both times and showing her speed there, getting in scoring position here for the number 9 hitter who hit that line drive into right field, like you said, last at bat.
It's an 0-1 pitch to Peterson now. That one outside, but not called a strike. Evens count 1-1.
That's the one thing is every game's different. Game 1 to game 2, even on the same day, you just never know what you're going to get.
The 1-1 pitch from Meeks. It's going to go over Goodman's head, and that's going to allow Jones to scamper down to third on the wild pitch.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there. It was hard for her to get up to, and you wish somehow she could stop it, but even though it probably would have still allowed the runner to get to third base. Now you got a runner at third, 1 out. They're just looking for something in the grass right here. Infield, ICC's going infield in, trying to hold her at third.
Yeah, the 1-run lead, going to cut off that lead runner there if they can. The 2-1 pitch, she shows bunt. Ball goes inside, takes a strike, snap down, throw down to third. And she gets back in safe under the throw.
Yeah, Coach Owens going to go out there and talk to her because it was kind of a funky slide. I tell you what, that was a difficult throw, too, for Goodman.
The runner, may ask if she left early.
Could have. The runner was in foul territory, and she threw from foul territory. So that ball can ricochet off a runner and go anywhere, and then she just walks home. So she caught it, tried to tag, apply a tag, and looks like it's not going to help the discussion there by Coach Owens. But now you got 2 strikes, going to be hard to bunt from the number 9 hitter. So got to attack her right here, 2-2 count. Let's see what we can do with Peterson. Like we said, we've got a hitter last at bat. That bottom of the order, just they're giving us trouble so far early in this game. Well, early in this game, we're in the 5th, but early if we do like we did in game 1.
It feels early compared to game 1, obviously.
Most definitely it does.
So a 2-2 count now to Peterson. Runner on third with only 1 out. She makes contact, slaps that one foul back toward the basketball courts. We remain at 2-2.
Tell you, these bottom of the order hitters, they're just pesky. Some of them are fighting for some playing time, seeing if they can move up in the lineup and see if they can get some more at bats still early. This is just the first conference doubleheader of the season. 13 more of these to go for both teams.
So Meeks ready to deliver the 2-2. Drives up the inside, goes to short, nowhere to go but first. So she does get her there. So the 6-3 put out of Peterson, but she does drive in the RBI. And the game is tied once again as Gulf Coast has pushed a run across here in the top of the 5th and tied the game 3-3.
Yeah, good decision there by Snell. That's the only play she had. With it not being a force out like it was in game 1 we saw where she threw home and got a force out, it's going to be a tag play that she was going to be safe. So you go ahead and just get the out, and game's tied. Nothing lost, but you are back to leadoff hitter for the 3rd time here in the fifth inning.
This is Cochran. She's 0 for 2 with a RBI sac bunt that she got in the 3rd inning to push across the second run of the game, for the Bulldogs. So 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. She'll look to try to keep the inning alive and do some more damage. She looks at a 1-0 pitch. Makes contact, chops it foul on the first base side. Evens the count 1-1.
And once again, at bottom of the lineup, they've been very impressive here in game 2 for the Bulldogs.
Meanwhile, the top of the lineup is 0 for 6. They do have a sac bunt that Cochran got, as we just mentioned. There's strike 2, on the outside corner. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. In fact, the first 4 batters are 0 for 8. Until, see what Cochran does here.
We talked about between games how game 1 they had 3 hitters that were 0 for 15. It's just the difference that were towards the bottom of their line.
Oh, that one way inside and catches her into the helmet as she's thankfully ducking her head there.
Yeah, that was a curveball that took off and came inside, and that's the scary thing about a slapper. She's running up, and there's no rolling your shoulder. There's no taking in the backside. It's all right up in that head area. Not exactly sure where it hit her, but Coach is going to check on her just to make sure because, man, that's scary.
Absolutely. And like you said, that compounds it, that slap hitter that's moving forward like that. So one that gets away, they're kind of already in their motion going right at it.
That's a hit by pitch on the leadoff hitter, and we saw what happened. 2-hole hitter, base on balls, stole, moved up on a wild pitch, and then boom, ground ball shortstop score. Now it would take a 2-out hit, but wouldn't be surprised to see her in motion right here, trying to steal the bag for the number 2-hole hitter, Tullis.
Yes, Tullis 0 for 2 in this game. She has a ground out and a strikeout. Meeks looking to find a way out of this inning where Gulf Coast has tied it back up at 3 apiece. 2 outs and a runner on first. She'll see what she can do here with Tullis. There's one right down the middle for strike 1.
I think the crowd liked that strike.
Absolutely.
New ball needed. She threw a strike, but it wasn't the perfect strike she wanted. So, the grip didn't feel right. She's going to try a different one out. Pitchers
kind of like when Jim Ingram was playing golf, and he always makes sure that the ball is just perfect, has the right lie. He can't have any impediments to his golf game.
I can see that.
So now an 0-1 count here to Tullis. Batting with 2 outs and a runner on first here, top of the 5th.
Gone.
That one down and low. Pitch is outside. The throw is outside, so no chance of getting Cochran there as she's still second easily.
And that put Cochran, like you said, in score position. So now 1-1 count, 2 outs. Tullis up there with a runner in scoring position for Bulldogs. That's the go-ahead run.
It would be. They've tied it up at 3 here. In this top of the 5th, they're looking to put a go-ahead run across the plate as well. Inside pitch, it gets her twisted up, swings at. Strike 2. So now a 1-2 count to Tullis with a runner on second and 2 outs. Meek trying to find her way out of this inning here. Get her offense back to the plate. See if they can't do some more damage. The 1-2 pitch. Contact to the third baseman, past it, and then off the glove of the shortstop. That 1-out single, that 2-out single is going to plate a run, and Gulf Coast is taking a 4-3 lead.
That's battling there with 2 strikes, as we said. Went off the third baseman's glove and ricocheted in the outfield, and that's going to single.
Yeah, I believe so, because
be an RBI single for the go-ahead run.
Shands had to range over for that, and then it ricocheted off of everybody's glove. So Our stats are always officially unofficial.
That's right.
But I'm going to score that as a 2-out RBI single for Bailey Tullis.
Big RBI, golden hit right there with 2 outs. And that's part of getting that runner, hit by pitch. You can get out of the inning, get her on first. She's still second. She's in scoring position, and bam. It's one of those CNI singles. Same situation now. You got Tullis at first base and Mitchell there. Will they try to get Tullis in scoring position?
Mitchell takes a pitch on the inside for strike 1. She's 0 for 2 in this game so far. She's grounded out to short and struck out looking to end the third. The 0-1 pitch goes the outside corner, so she's quickly behind 0-2. Meeks trying to find her way out of this inning. Excuse me. Gulf Coast has scored 2 so far here in the 5th to take a 4-3 lead over ICC. They're looking to do more damage with a runner on first. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a foul tip. Keep us at 0-2 here. The runner will return to first base.
Good job by Mitchell just getting a piece of that. It was a good pitch right there, and she just tipped it.
The battle continues. Meeks versus Mitchell.
0-2 with two outs. Would be surprised to see the runner moving right here because Mitchell has shown that she's got speed too because she could lead off the next inning.
Contact, flies out to center right. Partlow's going to be over. She's going to haul it in. That's going to get the third out, but not before Gulf Coast plates 2 more to take a 4-3 lead. We'll take a break and come back with the bottom of the 5th.
Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, brother, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Gulf Coast took a 4-3 lead after they plated 2 in the top of the 5th. They have a new pitcher in the circle. That's going to be number 23, Mackenzie Smith. We'll give you some information about her in just a minute. Meanwhile, up to the plate for ICC is Elena Dossie, your center fielder. She takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Dossie singled and stole a base in her first plate appearance. She'll look to lead off this inning, get on base, and help ICC tie this back up. Gets a outside call there for strike 2, 0-2 from Smith.
Umpire at third base just called a legal pitch, so it's going to be in a ball. He put his arm out to call it legal. She did either probably leaping or something from him. Usually if it comes from his side, she leaped off the rubber, which means she lost contact with the ground there. But Smith does come in. She's got a 1.87 ERA. 2 wins, no losses on the season. This is her 7th appearance. She started 3 games, but in 6 appearances before, she only has 15 innings pitched. So she's been in short relief, but in 15 innings, she only gave up 6 hits so far, 9 walks and 16 strikeouts. So she's got more strikeouts than innings pitched, which none of the other 2 pitchers who have thrown excellent have had that today. But she's not giving up any hits, so she's going to be – that's giving up some walks, but – you can tell by these stats she's tough to hit, so Indiana's going to really have to battle to get back in this game or tied up.
Absolutely. Being behind already by 1, these batters are going to have to attack and see what they can do here. That one on the outside corner evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dawsey. That one stays low. Runs a full count for Dawsey. Your 9-hole hitter who's leading off the inning here for ICC in the bottom of the 5th. She'll bring back around Fields and Partlow after her. So a 3-2 pitch here from Smith. That one goes low for ball 4, and Dawsey is on base for the 2nd time in this game. A single and a walk. ICC has something going with runner on first with no outs.
Number 8.
Just what you want for the Indians. You want to find that 9-hole hitter to get on base, and we saw in game 1, Dawsey and Fields got it going. We saw it also here after her first at bat when she singled. Dawsey stole, so see if she's going again.
That pitch low and away for ball 1 to Fields. Fields 0 for 2 so far in this 2nd game. She has a ground out in the 1st and a fly out in the 2nd. Smith checks her wristband, gets ready to deliver. Contact from Fields, shot down. It's going to be fair on the line. Dawsey's speed is going to go. Coach Owens is going to send her. Fields is still going for 3rd. Runners in, standing up. Fields is standing up at 3rd. Huge triple there from Victoria Fields. Puts ICC to tie this game back up in the bottom of the 5th.
Man, she is having a day. I'm telling you, that is impressive right there with Fields. That will be her 4th triple. She was tied for 5th in the conference with 4 triples coming in, and man, she is an extra base hits. Not hitting home runs, but doubles and triples. She is all about getting some of those extra base hits, those Metro Ford and Tupelo extra base hits as well.
Absolutely. There's a swing and a miss from Partlow on her first pitch, but that also leaves Fields down at 3rd base with no outs, ready to give ICC a go-ahead run if Partlow can put this ball into play somewhere.
And she's got to be a smart base runner. You got the Bulldogs playing in right here, so she's got to make sure the ground ball gets through.
That one away for ball 1, evens the count 1-1.
We know Marlar's on deck, and it'll be interesting to see what the Bulldogs decide to do with her if the runner is still at 3rd. But Partlow just wants to find something in the grass right here and get the go-ahead run in for the Indians.
So the 1-1 pitch from Smith. Swing and a miss there. Snap throw down to 3rd is not going to get Fields. So the count moves to 1-2 on Partlow.
What a quick but dangerous throw there by Williamson, and a good pick by Jones. She's done it all at 3rd base. She saved a run right there with that scoop, that short hop scoop she just got.
You feel comfortable with her down there. So the 1-2 pitch. Low and away, evens the count, 2-2.
Of course, we don't close the book on Tanner because she can come back in the game, but she went 4 innings there, 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. No walks, no strikeouts, but gave her team a chance. She came out of the game with the lead and pitched well, and like I said, she can come back in if she wants to.
So now the 2-2 pitch to Partlow. Contact. It's going to fly this one out into the visitor bullpen there.
I guess I should phrase that better. Not if she wants to, it's if the coaching staff decides she needs to come back in there.
Absolutely. That may have hit one of the bullpen catchers because it bounced funny, and then I saw him pick it up quickly. So there are a couple pitchers down there. This is the first relief pitcher for Gulf Coast, Smith, in, but they have a couple other pitchers down there warming up as well.
You have to hit me with that because I sure got a glare looking.
Same here, the inside light. So 2-2, inside outside corner, gets her for strike 3 looking. First Renaissance Bank strikeout of the evening for Smith.
That'll be the first time the Indians have struck out in this game as well.
So here comes the power. A.B. Marlar, 2 plate appearances, 2 home runs, a 2-run homer in the first, a single shot in the 3rd. She's got a runner on 3rd with 1 out. What can she do now? That one way off the plate there. No chance to barrel that one up. Ball 1.
Not sure what they call the legal pitch on there with Smith, but
Coach
Owens is still she just did whatever again, I guess, because both him and Munson are working both these infielders. I mean, first and third base coaches. He called it that time.
Swing and a miss. Gives her another illegal pitch.
Illegal pitch, so that's going to be a ball. So it's going to be a first pitch or strike.
So he overrolled it. It's back-to-back illegal pitches called, so 2-0.
Well, he didn't call the first one. He was trying to get him to call the first one, but he called the second one a ball. Yeah, Yeah,
the first one was a ball.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, but he was arguing on the first one that it was a legal pitch, whether it was a ball or strike, and then both of them got the call.
We are trying to clarify this as the coaches and the umpires get together. And
we might need that microphone they have in those SEC basketball games and
Yeah.
stuff. Well, now they do it in baseball and softball too, where they come out and they tell you what's going on.
So the 3 umpire crew will get together and discuss. But if nothing else, even if they do overturn and don't call this one, at least Coach Owens has made his point, hopefully, about Smith's delivery. They've already called one on her earlier, so to make sure she is following the right delivery.
And
Coach Gordon trying to calm her down there.
Let's clarify.
Settle her
This
pitcher.
is Mackenzie Smith, and Gabby Smith threw the first game and threw tremendously in game 1. But, 2 Smiths on their roster. Mackenzie is a freshman from St. Amant, Louisiana. Prairieville country over there.
Yeah,
And you see a lot of those Louisiana kids are getting into the MACCC now.
So now umpire's going to show us a count. 1-1. So does not call an illegal pitch there. 1-1 with 1 out to Marlar. Runner on third in Fields. Smith delivers. That one way outside. She's definitely pitching Marlar away. The one she swung at was way outside. Coach Owens still asking for some super clarification from all these umpires. Now he goes to 3-0.
Yeah, he put a fist up on this hand, so.
Appreciate your patience as we're trying to get this from the umpires. So now a 3-0. Marlar shows bunt, pulls back. That one stays out. That's basically an unintentional intentional there. They were not going to give Marlar anything to do after the 2 home runs previously and a runner on third. So ICC with only 1 out, runners on the corners, first and third, and this is going to bring up Grayson Snell.
Number 18, Grayson.
Those coaches over there in that dugout for Gulf Coast are too smart.
We've got a pinch runner coming in for Marlar as well.
It's going to be Houston Ray Grantham.
Grantham coming in to pinch run. She did so in the first game and batted as well, and she came in place of Luke in that game.
Yeah, you pick your poison at times, and then you've seen the 2 big flies out of Marlar, so that was just that intentional walk. You're like, all right, first and third, now the Indians can see they're going to put a first and third play on, try to get the runners and 2 runners in scoring position, and we saw this Bulldog team is good defensively. They've turned double plays, so you might want to try to stay out of that if you can. Steele here with Grantham at first base.
So a tie ball game, 4-4 here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out, runners on the corners for ICC. Snell looks at an inside pitch. Grantham takes off for third. They snap down, for second. They snap down to third, but nothing there. So stolen base for Grantham puts runners at second and third for the Indians with only 1 out.
Yeah, that's just design play. They were not going to throw through. They were going to give us second base, and we took it, and they just snapped it. She was even barely off third base.
Outside pitch, called a strike there, and Snell quickly finds herself behind 0-2.
That's a nice pitch right there. That's a little changeup on the outside half, and looking for Snell to be excited right there and see if she could pop it up. And that's the 0-2. She just got 1 out. You really need some contact right here with the runners at second and third.
The 0-2 pitch. Makes contact, drives it right up the middle into center field. 1 run's going to score. 2nd run's going to come around. They're going to hold the ball at the pitcher, and a big 1 out, 2 RBI single for Grayson Snell.
Yes, sir. And the best thing about it, 0-2 count.
Absolutely.
Battle right there, and that is a perfect line drive right over the pitcher. So kudos to Snell right there. The innings keep it going. There's 1 out, and you got a hot hitter right here coming up.
So ICC reclaims the lead now here in the bottom of the 5th. They now lead 6-4. Still only 1 out and a runner on first. This brings up Ann Thomas Luke. She's got a single and a fly out in this game. She connects with the one that's going to cut back foul.
Oh, wow.
Amazing effort there by the catcher Williamson as she dives and slides into the gravel there for the 2nd out. And Luke is quickly erased.
Man, what a play. You don't see that very often. That ball did not get up very high, and she went over and sliding with them shin guards into the gravel, into the warning track area, and just an excellent play.
So ICC catcher Goodman will step into the box with 2 outs and a runner on first. She's 0 for 2 in this game. She's flown out to center and flown out to left. Inside pitch for ball one.
Great response here by the Indians after giving up 2 and giving, in the top of the 5th to come back and get these 3 in the bottom is huge for not only this game but just confidence building too. 'Cause I feel like we had an offensive explosion in this game.
It does.
We've got 10 runs on the board after 1 in 12 innings.
Another inside pitch ball too.
Earlier today. Is it still the same day? Are we past midnight? We started at
check
1:55.
1:55 was first pitch for game 1. We're currently at 7:03 in game 2 with a little bit to go.
And the first pitch for this was 5:30.
Another pitch outside. So Goodman in good position here, finds herself 3-0. Williamson wants to go out and have a chat with Smith in the circle, kind of calm her down here. ICC able to get the huge walk-off win, 1-0 in the bottom of the 12th inning in game 1. Scored early in this one to get a 2-0 lead, and Gulf Coast continued to battle back. Gulf Coast tied it up. ICC took a 3-2 lead. Gulf Coast took a 4-3 lead. Now ICC's got a 6-4 lead. So very different game from game 1 when the pitchers were dominating everything. Hitters are having a little more opportunities here. 2 outs, 3-0 count. She shows bunt, inside for ball 4. So she gets on base. 2 out base runners. Can ICC capitalize and put more runs on the board? They'll bring Ella Duhan to the plate, see if she can capitalize with runners at first and second and 2 outs.
That's 3 walks for the Indians in this inning as well. And I tell you, the other big thing about that, the huge thing about the hit by Snell is that's what Coach Owens and them is looking for, somebody behind Marler to come through like that RBIs. As you get more and more in conference play, you're going to have some people starting to walk more and more because
you'll see that intentional walk on a power hitter more often. Another conference here after the first pitch ball. Coach Warden and the catcher both going to come out, talk to Smith, kind of see where she is, make sure she's mentally sharp there, Coach.
Yep, just trying to get her back focused in. She's given up the 2 hits, but the 3 walks are the biggest thing that she's had. And then with the 3 hits, one of them was that 0-2 count. So that's what she's just trying to get refocused. Hey, we're only down 2. A lot of games still left. We still got more at bats here. Now, can we just get out of right here? Go get this one hitter. Got to force out at first, second, or third base. Just make some quality pitches here, and let's get back in and hit.
Meanwhile, on the other side, ICC wants to really take an advantage and try to break this one open. They've come back and got a 6-4 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. They'd love to push it and add some more. Itawamba County State Farm insurance agent Brandon Poland Insurance runs here.
As we've learned in baseball and softball, so many years, so many games.
Oh, that one comes inside and hits Duhan. She's fired up. That is her team leading, I forget how many hit by pitches, but her second one of the day.
So that runs her to 9 on the season. Like I said, she had 13 last year, so she's chasing that for her. But what I was getting at, in baseball, softball, we've seen in this league, you never have enough runs.
No.
Never have enough points, runs, whatever sport you're playing in Mississippi JUCO, you better just keep scoring as much as you can. So right here, looking for a big fly from Shands and see if she can have a quality at bat for us.
So 2 outs, bases full of Indians. Shan steps to the plate. She's 0 for 2 in this game. She swings big on that first pitch on the inside, takes strike 1.
That's a good swing right there. Probably just want to get a better pitch, but quality swing right there, and she's got to stay within herself. 2 outs.
The 0-1 pitch, that one inside for ball 1. Shan's here with these bases loaded, and anytime we have the bases loaded, we remind you of our friends at Max Home in Fulton, Mississippi, and Sulligent, Alabama. They are hiring if you're looking for work opportunities. The 1-1 pitch. She turns on that one, but slaps it foul toward the visitor dugout. Bounces off the outside fence. Count's going to go 1-2 with 2 outs.
So she's going to have to battle right here. One thing we know about Shan, she's going to go down swinging, so she's going to give it everything she's got. And I tell you what, Smith's walked 3. She got some hits, 3 runs so far, but she's mixing speeds up well in that circle.
Contact there, drives to the shortstop. She gloves, throws to first, and is able to put away and end the threat. ICC able to push across 3 runs and take a 6-4 lead. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 6th inning after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back to the field, ladies and gentlemen. ICC able to regain the lead in the bottom of the 5th. They're now up 6-4 over the visiting Gulf Coast Bulldogs. Here in the top of the 6th, it'll be Colson, Rushing, and Lawson coming to plate for Gulf Coast. Lizzie Meeks still in the circle for ICC.
See, we got some action headed down the bullpen for us, trying to get these last 6 outs of the game for the Indians. I tell you, that was a great answer by the offense, putting up 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th to answer the 2 that Bulldogs had put up in the top of the 5th to take the lead. So that's good. So we need Meeks to come out here to attack that zone. Looks like Grantham staying at first base right now for us. The only defensive change if she came in and ran in the top half.
There's a second pitch on the inside. This one counts as a strike, so even 1-1 to Colson, the right fielder. She's 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out to second.
That meat of the order, and we've already talked about what's happening in the bottom of the order in this game, and it's been very effective for the Bulldogs. So you would like to go get the middle out right here if you can.
And it gets her to swing on another inside pitch for strike 2. You're right, Coach. Definitely want to keep these middle batters off the base paths with what the damage that the bottom order has done in this game. These 4, 5, 6 batters are 1, 4, 6 so far, including a double play, so would love to keep them quickly away. That one away from the batter, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Sure don't want to set the table for him by putting anybody else on base in front of him.
Indeed. Meeks still in this game, started it for ICC, pitching here in the top of the 6th. She's got a pair of Renaissance Bank strikeouts, one walk as well. Gets her swinging there for her 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout. Maybe I just needed to say the words and fire her up, Coach.
I think that's it. I like it. Just keep on. That's all I can say. That's the answer we wanted right there from Meeks coming out after her team giving her a 2-run lead is, hey, go finish this thing out yourself. Don't let anybody come in the bullpen. You go do it.
So with 1 out, this is going to bring Rushing to the plate. She's the DP in this game. She's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out to short. She makes contact, drives one right to Duhan. Duhan flips, throws over to Grantham at first, and a quick 1-pitch 4-3 out of Rushing.
Hey, I like it. Let's go find this 3rd out right now without getting to that bottom of the lineup.
Absolutely. This will bring Lawson, the first baseman. She's 0 for 2. She grounded into a 4-6-3 Little Caesars double play back in the 2nd inning, and then she popped out to second base in the 4th. She'll get to the plate. Gulf Coast trailing ICC 4-6, 2 outs. She makes contact deep to left. Great running catch there by Fields. Gets the 3rd out quickly. Another 1-pitch out for ICC. They get Gulf Coast down in order 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. We'll take a break and come back with the ICC half of the frame.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things. Bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Pullen, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Back out.
Back to action here at Andy Kirk Field at ICC. ICC able to, and Lizzie Meeks, pitcher, ICC able to get a quick 1-2-3 out of the Gulf Coast Bulldogs in the 6th. ICC took a 6-4 lead in the bottom of the 5th, looking to add to it here in the 6th inning. They'll flip around the same order they had in the 5th, where they had so much success. Alana Dossie, who's been on base twice so far, she had a single in the 2nd. She walked in the 5th and scored a run to help ICC as part of that 3-run 5th inning. She'll step back up to the plate. Let me add, she also had a stolen base back in the 2nd as well, so very productive day both out in center field where she's impressed us in both games and here at the plate in Game 2.
That's exactly right. Dossie's had an excellent day, so why not just keep it going? I say bat around again. It worked good last inning.
Absolutely. She looks at strike one there on the outside corner.
Main thing is just get a leadoff home. You've been that second leadoff for us in the 9-hole and done really good at today, so find a way to get on base in front of Fields.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on that one. Runs it to 0-2. I will say another thing over the course of the season so far that we've seen with Dossie, she's a good hitter with 1 or 2 strikes on her. She does not have to be ahead of a pitcher. The 0-2, that one stays away, and she holds off. Runs the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
She is definitely a battler. I can tell you she's bad. I tell you, Smith has come out here throwing really well, too, because that was a quick inning for them offensively. We were on the field not very long there, 3 up, 3 down. Meeks did a great job putting up a 0 for us, and look for the Indians to get some of those insurance runs.
Contact, going to go to the shortstop. She'll glove and throw over just in time to beat out Speedy Dossie. So she is erased 6-3 for her first time to be erased this evening.
Don't sound like I'm on repeat, but, man, they're playing excellent defense. This defense that the Bulldogs have played today is going to give them a shot in a lot of conference games this season.
So that brings Victoria Field to the plate. She had an RBI triple in the 5th inning, pushing Dossie in. She later scored on an RBI single from Snell. She swings and misses on that one, 0-1.
Telling you what, the Kossuth native, if she sees something she likes, she's going to take a hack at it. I like it, too. She's going to. And then when she gets 2 strikes, she'll slow down some, but she's trying to find that barrel and do damage with it, doubles and triples.
Looks at outside corner pitch, finds herself in a hole now, 0-2 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th.
Definitely tells Mackenzie Smith went over there in the dugout and regrouped after kind of a shaky bottom of the 5th inning there with 3 walks, giving up a couple of hits, that she's come out fired up here in the bottom of the 6th, trying to keep her team right there. And her job is to hold the Indians to that 2-run lead and don't let them expand it and give her offense a chance there in the top of the 7th.
That's a good point, Coach. She had to deal with the questions about illegal pitches, the walks, the hit by pitch, and she's bounced back here. 1-2 pitch. That one stays away also. 2-2 count now to Fields.
We've seen that in the past, too, with some of our pitchers getting rattled a little bit. And then if you can just get them back in the dugout, get them behind the dugout somewhere and just say, all right, slow down and work on it, they go back out there and they fix it and they are able to. I know Adam Gorgon attest. We've had some who, when they pitched illegally, were a little bit wild, and when they stayed on the rubber and did it the exact right, they pitched better. The ball moved better. They just thought they were trying to get a little extra by pushing off or leaping is what it's called, and getting airborne and stuff. And they're saying they're about to let – for long, NCAA is talking about letting anything go.
My goodness.
Letting you almost do like the international, get a crow hop and take off again.
That full count pitch up and away gives Victoria Fields base on balls, and she's on for the 2nd time in a row. So a 1-out base runner for ICC here in the bottom of the 6th. This is going to bring up Skylar Partlow. Now, pardon, we have a pinch hitter here. Campbell Guin coming in to bat in place of Partlow.
Campbell's a freshman out of Manatee, Mississippi, just next door to us.
She looks at one on the outside for ball 1.
The one thing right here is you got speed at the plate, you got speed on first base. Shouldn't be hitting a double play, so that will give you an opportunity to get A.B. Marler to the plate here for another at-bat. That's what we're looking forward to.
Definitely what ICC wants to find here. Swing and a miss on an outside pitch there for Ewan. Runs the count even, 1-all. Makes contact there, but fouls it back over the left side, and it catches the net way very high, bounces back into the field to play. Count goes 1-2 to Ewan.
Campbell has 3 hits, one of those being a double, and 3 RBIs on the season.
She'll face Smith here on in relief for the Bulldogs. 1-2 count. That one low and away. Good job of holding off by Ewan to even the count at 2-all. Runner on first with 1 out for ICC, looking to add some Brandon Poland State Farm insurance runs here. Swing and a miss by Ewan on the outside, and she'll go down on strikes. Second Renaissance Bank strikeout victim for Smith here in relief.
Now batting, number 19, A.B. Marler.
And like you said, Coach, you want to bring Marler to the plate, give yourself a chance to do some more damage. Do you think they pitch to her again? Do you think they pitch away and give you runners at first and second? What are your thoughts?
Coach Owens is not going to steal right here. He's going to give her a chance. He's not going to give them a free base to give them that option. He's going to keep Fields right where she's at and give A.B. a chance to swing the bats. Now, if I'm Gulf Coast, kind of pick your poison right here. Do you think you've got a strikeout pitcher? Like we said, she's got more strikeouts than innings pitched, and
that first pitch outside and away, she took it for a strike. I'm thinking the catcher might have wanted it a little further outside. She didn't step into that one, so Williamson's going to run out there, chat with Smith, make sure they're on the same page. They don't want to accidentally leave one hanging out there for Marler to tattoo like she did the first 2.
She sure did. 2 home runs to opposite field. Very impressive to get her 10 double figures already on this young season.
So Marler steps in, 2 outs, a runner on first. 0-1 pitch. That one in a nice corner spot. Finishes nicely over. Gets 0-2. So rather than staying away like they did last time, they're going to try to work her on the corner and see if she'll chase something or catch that corner for strikes.
I think she would like to swing at that if she'd had again, but that has not been called a strike in this game. So
0-2, she reaches out, slaps one to right field, and going to go right to the right fielder. So an opportunity for ICC to add their lead with a 1-out walk, but they're unable to do so. We'll take a break. ICC will come back top of the 7th, see if they can close this out and get the sweep.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the top of the 7th inning. ICC with a 6-4 lead over the visiting Gulf Coast Bulldogs here in Game 2 of this conference opening doubleheader. ICC able to get the walk-off win in Game 1 in 12 long innings. Can ICC come in here, get 1, 2, 3 out, and close things down? Gulf Coast looks like they're probably going to bring some substitute pinch batters up. Coach Kirk's going to help me look and check out numbers there. But this is Lizzie Meeks in the circle for ICC. She started this game and has gone the distance. She has 3 strikeouts, only 1 walk offered so far. So coming to the plate, we're going to have number 14. That is,
I'm glad you saw that.
Hannah Frere. She was a DP in Game 1. She's back in to bat here in relief. I mean, in a pinch situation. for Williamson, the catcher. Goodman's asking for time. I think there's something on the field. So, yeah, there was something loose. The ICC dugout player is going to get that ball and bring it back in. Good eye by Goodman there. So we start at the top of the 7th. Meeks versus Ferrer. Right down the middle for strike one.
Yep, we saw this kind of in the first game with some pitch hitters and stuff. They're bringing up some here, trying to find a way. You know, you just got to get one base runner to bring the potential tie and run to the plate, and that's what the Bulldogs are looking for here.
The 0-1 pitch to Fenner. Gets her to swing at an inside one, ties her up there, evens the count 1-1.
You know, you look at Fenner, she was 0 for 5 in the first game, but she only struck out once. And you're like, people are listening that didn't watch the first game to understand our pitcher struck out 19. So that's impressive. That means she made a lot of contact, and we know Meeks is a strikeout pitcher, but doesn't throw quite as hard as Ramsey. But she's got her 0-2 right here, and you got to find a put-away pitch.
See if she can get it here on the 0-2 count. Dribbles one foul down past the ICC dugout toward the bullpen there. So count will say 0-2 to the leadoff batter, Fenner.
That was a good pitch, too. She did a good job fouling that ball off. Probably wanted to try to get it off the plate a little bit more. And seeing that ball come out is either it got caught on the end and cut it a little bit, or that grass is wet out there right now. I can tell you there's some moisture in the air and it's dew. Yes, sir.
Especially with all the moisture coming in this weekend. It's going to be a rainy, stormy day tomorrow. That's why we're getting these games in today on Friday instead of originally scheduled Saturday. Meeks with the 0-2 pitch to Fenner. Contact.
In the box. Hit her in the box. So it's going to be
box,
a foul
so
ball.
Counts as a foul ball, as Coach says. Count remains 0-2.
And you mentioning about the rain tomorrow makes one more time bring up about the Davis Event Center. We've got regional quarterfinal basketball action starting at 2 o'clock. Free admission with our ladies playing Colin and the men playing Shreveport.
Yes, right. Southern Shreveport.
Southern Shreveport at 2 and 4 o'clock. So come on out and support
0-2 pitch. Team. Fouls that one off on the corner into the right side. Count remains the same. And remember we said earlier, folks, free admission to come see Jim Ingram. The basketball is just a bonus.
He doesn't give away autographs for free. So, I mean, yeah, that's a bonus right there. I mean, because usually he charges that to get in. So
another 0-2 pitch. Contact. This one fouls on the left side. So Fenner coming in here in relief, in pinch hitting for Williamson and really battling hard against Meeks here. Gulf Coast down to their last 3 outs. Got to find a way, if you're them, to put a runner on, find another runner on, and try to tie this one up, keep the game going. Meeks looking to shut it down and get rid of the Bulldogs. Swing and a miss. Gets her for strike 3. Her 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, and a fantastic start to this top of the 7th for Meeks.
Probably the most that she's worked for one to do. I'm telling you, Fenner gave her a good at-bat right there, fouling off pitches. But, hey, kudos to Meeks for staying with it and trying to shut the door right here in the 7th.
Here comes a dangerous hitter in Jones. She has been on fire here in Game 2. She had an RBI triple, scored a run, walked, stole a base, advanced on a wild pitch, and scored another run. So Meeks looking to get rid of her this time. Inside pitch there. She shows bunt, takes back, but still takes it for strike 1.
Yeah, that screwball came inside and was a good pitch over the white of the plate. And, you know, they're basically taking till they get a strike right now, which you should do, just trying to get that one base runner, like we said, to bring up the potential tie and run to the plate. When you're down 2, you got to have at least one base runner.
So Meeks prepares for the 0-1 pitch. Goes inside again, this one a little bit lower, evens the count at a ball and a strike. Kudos to all these wonderful fans who've come out this afternoon. They've been out here since 1:30. 6 hours, Coach. Still going.
They got their money's worth, I can tell you, with 2 outstanding teams today.
1-1 pitch. Contact right to Shands. She bobbles, picks up, throws it, and it's going to get her. Great job recovering by Shands there after the initial bobble, because she was playing in, but that ball was right on top of her. Good job there. Erases Jones and gets the second out. ICC here with a chance to try to close this out and get the sweep of the visiting Bulldogs.
You're exactly right. Taylor did not rush right there. She just stayed within herself, set her feet and made a good, strong throw across the diamond.
So now Peterson steps to the plate. She's 1 for 2 with a double, a stolen base, and an RBI. Playing second base here in game 2. Got to find a way to get on base if you're the Bulldogs. She tries to bunt and chops that foul behind her for strike 1. Meanwhile, Meeks, who's been out there in the circle for ICC the entire game 2, started well, ran into a little trouble in the middle and allowed a few runs, but has battled back and finishing strong here. 1, 2, 3 out in the 6th, looking to do it again in the 7th and get this 7th win of the year for her. The 0-1 pitch. That one away and off the corner for ball 1. ICC fans wanted that one, but count goes even, 1-all.
Lizzie wanted it too. She gave a little extra into that too. Like she's feeling it right now, and that's what you want. Finish strong. She's just going, I'm going to finish now because I'm not pitching 12 innings like I saw in the first game.
The 1-1 pitch gets her to swing on one over the middle of the plate. She tries to check but can't hold off. So now Gulf Coast Bulldogs down to their last strike here. Can Meeks get one more and put away Peterson? A 1-2 count with 2 outs, top of the 7th. ICC leading 6-4. Meeks sets and delivers the 1-2 pitch. And that one just stays just off, says the home plate umpire. Disappointing the home plate crowd. Count even, 2-2.
Man, that was a good 2-strike pitch right there. And, Peterson did a good job taking it. It's just off the plate just a little bit, and that's what he's explaining to our dugout, which is ready to explode over there, getting this final out.
Meeks gets the signal from the bullpen, checks her wrist guard. Ready for the 2-2 pitch. She delivers. That one stays low, so now we go to a full count here. Good drama here in the 7th after a 12-inning outlasting of each other. Pitchers duel. This one a 6-4 game. ICC trying to close it out, get the sweep of the visitors. Full count to Peterson. Makes contact, pops it right over Meeks into shallow center. And a full count, 2 out, single from Peterson gives her second hit of this game.
Great job by Brooklyn Peterson there, just battling, and then getting that soft line drive into center field and clean base hit, which, like we said, brings up the potential tying run to the plate. Not a power hitter, but we know there's trouble right behind her. So just what you want, just keep fighting. We've seen it all day. Both these teams, they just battle.
That's what you're going to get all up and down this conference throughout all 15 teams that we'll see this season. So Coach Owens is going to come out, talk to his infield defense, talk to his pitchers, just remind them of the situation. We're up by 2 outs. Just got to runner at first. Just got to get an out here. Wrap this up. Get that sweep of the first conference series and roll into spring break and a potential game on Tuesday if weather permits. So continue to have a talk. Meanwhile, the head coach for Gulf Coast is going to talk to her batters, talk to her runner, make sure they know what they're doing, knowing what they need to stay on. Tuesday's broadcast of that match, weather pending, is also pending due to basketball. So please watch letsgoicc.com and all our social media accounts, Let's Go ICC, to follow and find out where and when you can watch any and all broadcasts, including softball and the playoff basketball on Tuesday. So now this will bring up Cochran to the plate. She's 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch, did score 1 run and has an RBI. So 2 outs and 1 on. She'll try to keep Gulf Coast alive. That pitch up and away for ball 1 from Meeks.
We saw Peterson steal in her first after she got a single there in the bottom of the 3rd inning, so you might see her try to get in scoring position. You're like, why would you risk it? Well, you take that force out at second base, on the flip or whatever.
The 1-0 pitch to Cochran. That one catches the outside corner, evens the count, 1-1.
Anytime you can get a runner in scoring position, you take it, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her moving right here. And Looks like the Indians are basically trying to get the batter out anyway. It's going to be hard for shortstop or second base to cover second base right here because they're playing for the slap defense against Cochran.
They are. They're playing in on her as they have all day long in both games. The 1-1 pitch. She makes contact, drills it up, and that pulled-in defense cost the Indians there. She's able to shoot one past where a shortstop could normally get it. And so back-to-back two-out singles, and suddenly Gulf Coast has a chance to keep this game alive.
Just what you want if you're a Bulldog. Now you got the potential go-ahead run coming to the plate here with a tying run at first base.
This is Tullis, the left fielder. She's 1 for 3, but that includes an RBI single back in the 5th. So Meeks is going to try to find her way and find this final out. You got to get all, what is it, Coach UIC? Got to get all 27 outs.
Well, in this game, 21.
20.
Or
right.
if you're like us.
Oh, goes to third. Shannon's going to pick up Steck on third. ICC will put out the Bulldogs and get the 6-4 win here in Game 2. They will get the sweep of the conference opener and go to 2-0 in the conference with a big 6-4 win after the 1-0 win in Game 1. We'll take a quick break, and we will come back with all your stats and information in the Renaissance Bank post-game show.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled me over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
that's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Welcome into the Renaissance Bank post-game show here. ICC gets the big conference opening sweep of the visiting Gulf Coast Bulldogs. They take Game 1 1-0 in 12 innings, and they win Game 2 6-4 in 7. You'll watch some highlights here on the screen as we share some stats and info here from the ICC Alumni and Foundation broadcast booth. Coach Andy Kirk, you got some final lines and stats for us here.
I do. The scoring line for Gulf Coast, they were 0 in the top of the first, 0 top of the second. They scored 2 in the top of the third, none in the top of the fourth, 2 more runs in the top of the fifth, which I think is a key because we were able to keep them at 2 and not have that big, huge inning. And then they did not score as defense and Meeks really buckled down the last 2 innings. So Gulf Coast finished with 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. ICC scored early 2 in the bottom of the first, and we'll talk about that with the big home run from A.B. Marler. Did not score in the bottom of the second, and then after Gulf Coast scored, one of the keys I think too is Gulf Coast scored 2 in the top of the third. We came back with 1 in the bottom to take the lead again, none in the bottom of the fourth, and then in the 5th inning, after they jumped up 4-3, we had a big 3-run inning to answer in the bottom of the 5th and did not score in the 6th. So we finished with 6 runs, 7 hits, no runs, and we did leave 6 on base. The losing pitcher the pitching lines for the Gulf Coast Bulldogs, Tanner, she went 4 innings, had 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned with no walks and no strikeouts. The losing pitcher today to drop to 2-1 was Mackenzie Smith. She went 2 innings with 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned with 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. Your winning pitcher who ran a record to 7-1 is Lizzie Meeks. She had 7. She went all 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. She did not hit a batter. Nope, take that back. She hit 1 batter. leadoff batter there. Was a 2-hour game time after we had the marathon in game 1. We laughed. The ICC Indians increased their record to 20-4 on the season, and more importantly, they go to 2-0 in MACCC conference play. Gulf Coast falls to 12-7 on the season, and their 0-2 start to conference play.
Really nice bounce back out here at the ballpark today, Coach. This team had lost 3 of its last 4. Some really tough games midweek last week and then had a split last weekend. So to come in here and play a conference opponent, a ranked conference opponent, on their opening day of the conference season and get that split really big for moving forward the rest of the season.
It sure is. I'm telling you, that was after that marathon first game, you just don't know how teams are going to respond. As we're watching some highlights here, and, man, they came out fired up and got those 2 quick runs and then answered again. And, you know, putting up that crooked number 3 in the bottom of the 5th is just huge. And you like to see that fight from the Indians. Like I said, they scuffled a little bit, and it's a good learning lesson the last couple of weeks because our 2 aces, and we have ace A and B, that kind of got roughed up a little bit we saw in the last couple outings. And, man, they came out today and they just pitched tremendous, just gave us a chance in both games to win, and offense just did enough and felt like we had an offensive explosion with 10 runs there in the second game.
Absolutely. We thank our friends at Sam's Town Market in Manatee for sponsoring the stats for this game, but they also help us with our star of the game. And, Coach Kirk, I'm going to let you share with us who that's going to be for Game 2.
Well, I don't think it's much of a mystery. As well as Meek's pitch, you know, she could be up for it. But, I mean, after the offensive struggle in Game 1, big home run bottom of the first inning by A.B. Marler. She was 2 for 3 on the game with a walk and 2 huge home runs. She accounted for 3 RBIs of the 6 runs we scored. So I'm going to go with A.B. Marler because we needed that offensive explosion. And those 2 home runs, as we mentioned during the broadcast, ties the number 2 best season overall already. They're 8 away from tying the top home run record of 43 by the 2014 team, and we've still got 26 more conference games. Plus,
Absolutely.
If we make up some of our non-conference games, which is hard to do, and we've had a few rainouts, and we see the team is putting the tarp on the field because that's what you got to do. If you know you're going to get several days of rain, if you don't tarp now and you get an inch of rain on it, it ain't going to dry out for a week. It doesn't matter what you do on the field, so you got to cover it up. And we know with the heat, you might come back and watch the next broadcast and be a little tinged grass out there because if the heat gets up, that's just what you got to deal with. But you got to cover your dirt, and I love a dirt field, so that's what we got to do. Talking about the upcoming game, going to depend on basketball and weather.
Weather's going to be a big part because it looks like it's going to be rainy a lot of this week. But if there's a way to get a game in, they will be in action here Tuesday against Mississippi Delta. But as we said, broadcast is subject to the Region 23 playoff schedule. Please check letsgoicc.com and Let's Go ICC on all of your favorite social media accounts such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the places. Make sure you get on your Jim Ingram app as well because it's got all the information as Jim updates that regularly. But we thank everyone who's tuned in today to watch these 2 broadcasts and can watch ICC get their 2 victories. For Coach Andy Kirk, Cal Brown, Casey Smith, and the awesome Adam Gore over here, everyone have a good night and roll Tribe.